The student has to learn little song. It can be very Vandanamo can also be learnt by the kid. Learning social sciences, including psychology or sociology, actually helps me in my music too. Vasudevan sir used to describe our singing as we are like brothers singing. so it was a bonding which started right from day one. Just like that, it just picked up that spark was there. So I personally have reservations, but I feel that the current generation are quite savvy with such things. They have no qualms to actually tell the audience that listen to my music, even if it is let's say.
Hello and welcome. This is the first podcast in the series by SAPTA, which is on music in general. And it's our pleasure to have with us Dr. Sreevalsan J. Menon, who is here with me. And we're going to be talking about different aspects of Carnatic music, its evolution and the future, but also from a very personal viewpoint. Dr. Sreevalsan J. Menon's journey in Carnatic music, which has been fairly unusual. Welcome to this podcast.
Thank you.
So my first question would be, you have a very unusual combination of music and science. Normally, music is considered an art. It's only rarely that people combine these two together. So coming from the background of science and music, which people say is not mixable or miscible. What has been your personal experience in walking these two kind of different journeys together?
Toggling between music and science was fairly easy. I wouldn't say it was difficult, but I think music has always been a sort of second nature for me. So if I studied something with some effort, it would be science. And science too, what I did was I switched to social sciences, where after I did my agriculture, BSc in agriculture, I did my master's in agricultural extension, which is basically transferring technology to the farmer. So how you can communicate to the farmer. So essentially it became a social science research, and that was where I specialized in. But learning social sciences, including psychology or sociology, actually helps me in my music too, to understand what is going through me. After I did my PhD in again social sciences in Delhi, I came back, joined a research institution. Again, music, I've been trained in music by very many gurus, but like Rajalakshmi Krishnan teacher, T.V. Ramani sir, Nedumangad Vasudevan sir. So all these trainings helped me to understand the self, the world around me, and science taught me to observe. So I could observe music, I could observe myself, I could observe my guru, and whatever went through me. So science actually helps me to build music. And later on in my career in agriculture, I took music to science too. So I started looking at, which I think I'll come later on. But so the difference I thought was art is I and science is we. So in science, definitely we need to take the society with us and do something for society. But as an artist, it is entirely looking inward, and the journey is always the inner side of the personality.
Okay, so you have actually touched upon several points which we will return to shortly. But first, you have had several gurus, and the last one, Nedumangad Vasudevan, who I knew personally as a coincidence. So your training with him has been described as a new kind of Guru-shishya relationship.
Right.
So, what was the value add in that, and how was it different from other ways of learning music?
When I started learning under Vasudevan sir, it was more of an experiential learning, which means I used to go to his concerts, I used to sing along with him. Even from the second day of my association with him, I used to be singing along with him, initially without mics and subsequently with mics separately for me. And then we used to, towards the end of Vasudevan sir's career, unfortunately when he passed away, the last 6 or 7 years, Vasudevan sir used to describe our singing as we are like brothers singing. so it was a bonding which started right from day one, just like that. It just picked up that spark was there. So I went there with a clean slate. I said I did not understand anything, even though I had learned Carnatic music. The things that he was trying to explain and the ways of singing, the styles of music, and what he would talk about with respect to music and spirituality, I never understood anything. But it was over a period of time that I understood what he was talking about. Even musical aspects. Musical aspects which, for instance, what kind of gamakam would you use in a particular ragam? So I never knew all these. So when I told you that music was second nature to me, I think it was a very amateurish statement at that point of time in my life. But so I tried to build on it with the association, and more of a blessing from his side than my literally my training. I feel that grace is what has brought me to this kind of music.
Certainly, I think it is very generous of the Guru to treat you like that. It is very unusual also. Normally, they maintain a distance. And I have, of course, listened to both of you singing in different archives, in AR and Durdesh and all that. And of course, that kind of the ability to merge into one another was quite visible. So, you have also talked about the Bani of Neyatingra Vasudevan and how your own legacy is going to be tied with that as you go to the future. What can you explain and elaborate on this?
So, initially when I went along with Vasudevan sir, I never knew about Banis and different styles of music. But Vasudevan sir's training helped me to understand that he came from a combination of Ramnath Krishnan and Shemangudi Srinivasa Iyer. At that point of time, I could not make out, as I told you, what was the style adopted by one singer over the other. But gradually I picked up, and the difference, so he always maintained that even though this is my style, this is Neyatingra Vasudevan's style, you should always listen to the other styles, the other Banis. So he personally took attention and made me listen to G.N. Balasubramaniam, D.K. Pattammal, D.K. Jayaraman, K.V. Narayanaswamy, even Pakistani brothers in Hindustani, just to introduce me to the various approaches to music. And he would himself say that his own style has been guided by all these different musical styles. But Vasudevan sir had a very, very unique style, and it came naturally to me to follow his style. So whenever he sang a concert, and when I was singing along with him, and since he taught me every kriti, he was stickler to that kind of a tradition. So I made sure that I followed him. I would read his lips, sitting behind, and I would read his lips and try to emulate him. So by doing that, what happened was that sometimes even I sound like Vasudevan sir at some point of time. So my wife used to tell me that the way I hold my lips itself is like looking like Vasudevan sir. So what I'm trying to tell you is that I was spot on many such counts. Later on, what happened was, during this journey with Vasudevan sir, he used to tell me that, Sreevalsan, you are the next Neyatingra Vasudevan. He would tell me that. And I never believed him. But you are not Vasudevan.
Right.
You are Sreevalsan. So that you should keep in mind. So I had that in my mind, and quite ironically, when he died, actually, it is after he died that I started conversing with myself, in the sense that I would think that my inner self would be the Guru, Neyatankara Vasudevan, and I would converse with him mentally. I hope I'm not trying to be too mystical. Yeah. So for instance, for a concert, what are the kritis that I should sing? Since I used to always consult with him when I was with him. So in his absence, I used to consult the inner self, and I would call that my Guru. And so gradually, this feeling that I have to sort of, I wouldn't say break away from the style adopted by my Guru, but I felt that I need to be distinctly different. And the inputs that I took was from the land of Kerala, Kathakali Sangeetam and Hindustani music. So these were the other inputs apart from the other styles of music that I used to learn. Yeah, so that is how it's a mix of all the styles, with the predominant style being Neyatankara Vasudevan's style.
Right. So we will come to this aspect of spirituality a bit later. But before that, since you mentioned the different streams of music, or for instance, the folk music,
Right.
Kathakali or Sopana Sangeetam, Carnatic music,
Right.
Hindustani music. How do you see all this? And I know that you have specialized in some of them. So what's been your experience with these branches of music?
I used to listen to, in fact, I used to watch Kathakali right from my childhood. So Kathakali Sangeetam was familiar to me, though I never studied it in the style that is required. But right from a very young age, I used to hum Ajita Hare or Sami Magandarudhyanam, Harinakshi and all that. So when I came to Vasudevan sir, he used to have jugalbandis with Kathakali maestros, Venmani Haridas, then Shankarani Brandri Ashan, Hyder Ali Ashan and all that. So we had at least 10 to 15 concerts of all these jugalbandis. And I was fascinated with this kind of music and the way they bring bhava into the music. And Vasudevan sir used to tell me that, see, I am singing Madhyamavadi now, and look at Haridas, he brings that bhavam in just one stroke, just one swaram he can bring bhavam. And so that you have to somehow try to understand. But don't try singing it, try to understand it. That's how he said. He never sang Kathakali Padams.
Right.
Yeah. But later on I thought, since I'm acquainted with Kathakali Padams, I thought I should also try to sing. Although it doesn't matter if it does or does not have bhavam the way the Kathakali musician sings, but it's okay. And I thought I started singing it. I also parallelly I used to listen to a lot of Hindustani music. So the style of Hindustani is completely distinct from Carnatic, the way they produce a voice. So if I try to learn Hindustani music, I thought it would be sort of dangerous. I mean, in the sense, I'll be
clash of culture.
The clash of culture, clash of voice production also. So I decided to stay in Carnatic music. So that's how it has been.
Right.
How I cultivated this sort of.
So how about folk music?
Yeah. So folk music came to my interest. In fact, more when I was associated with the culture and agricultural aspects of my. So it became my project. I currently am doing a project on cult, culture and agriculture of Kerala. So initially we thought we would just document the various folk arts of Kerala, folk forms of Kerala, which are related anyway to the agrarian culture. So this is how we started looking at different. We started from Thiruvananthapuram, Paranite, to Mudiyedappa, Mudiyetta, Padayani, and a host of art forms in Thrissur, Malappuram, Palakkad called Velayim Pooram. So, and then to North Kerala, Teyyam, Tira. So this is the spectrum of folk art forms that we have been trying to document. In fact, now the Agriculture University has some of the best and some of the largest collection of folk art forms. As a consequence, we could have some technological interventions also to help these forms. But I think I'll speak.
The arrival of technology into music. So there's been many positive developments. I'm not sure whether there's any negative developments. But if you look forward another 20 years, how do you see the role of technology when you take Carnatic music especially? Is there any role at all, or we will, like you had this Guru-shishya parampara, will that continue like that without anything affecting it, or will there be a kind of you also mentioned that you're teaching online,
Right.
so that's again where technology comes in.
Correct.
So what do you think is the net impact of technology on Carnatic music and its future?
Yeah, I think technology has definitely democratized Carnatic music, and the overall reach of music, like you correctly mentioned about training and getting trained with a guru even remotely, that's all possible. The social media has definitely helped people to come out, express themselves musically speaking. Of course, the duration of the content has come down drastically, and people blame it on attention of the listener or the audience. But I'm not so sure about it. But let me say there are pluses and minuses in Carnatic music. The social media's influence in Carnatic music. Well, the plus definitely is the overall breadth to which technology has helped spread music. For a person like me who is sandwiched between the new generation and the older generation, now for instance, if you want to produce a music, it's very easy. You can produce a music and then put it on YouTube or Facebook, but then to market it as a person, I feel quite reluctant. I can't tell the audience that, okay, hey, listen to my music, but that's exactly what the new generation is doing. This is my music, please listen to it, please subscribe to it. There is a sort of reluctance, a sort of stepping back at that area of self marketing. So I personally have reservations, but I feel that the current generation are quite savvy with such things. They have no qualms to actually tell the audience that listen to my music, even if it is let's say average, below average or above average, or even if it's good. So that sort of let's say opening of the market, should I say, opening of the market has in a way helped people come out of all these prejudices and bias or attitudinal issues. But one has to see how much technology can shape Carnatic music per se. Because now, for instance, the singer called Drake. So Drake has an AI Drake now. And people like the AI Drake better than the Drake version. Now we have people who have passed away. We have in film songs. The voice of Jayachandran is being utilized for a film. The voice of Shahul Hamid, who's a Tamil singer, has been used by A.R. Rahman. So we are able to give life to old dead souls. So that also is good. But no, I'm not saying but ifs and buts. I think we have to wait and watch.
Yeah, so especially with technology, one of the problems is that this indiscriminate, democratization is one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is without any quality check,
Right.
Without anybody assessing that piece of music, that it is genuine, it is worth following, and without focusing on the visuals, for example, which may be very brilliant. You get a few girls inside, and so it tilts the whole thing in favor of the visuals and so on.
Right.
So the musical aspect is either sometimes, I mean, there are good ones. It's not that everything is bad, but there are also, as you mentioned, mediocre or below average piece of music which are solely because of some other context, maybe a musical cinema part, or maybe the actors concerned. That music gets, the algorithm pushes it up.
Right.
So there is a risk that while pure music does exist in different corners of the internet, unless you know where to look, if you're just a kind of newcomer and you go to whatever search engine and you look for something, the chances increasingly for the future are that you will get some substandard stuff which is liked by people because of something else.
Right.
I mean, people have suggested things like collectives of musicians who give a kind of certificate to each other, meaning they know that they are good, and there is a raga collective, and there are various, but the public may not know about all this.
Right.
The average fellow will go to Google and or Instagram and search.
Right.
So what would be your advice for a genuine student of music as to the internet is a huge vast ocean there?
Correct.
How does one approach as a student who wants to learn good music, authentic music? How does one approach this?
Yeah, see, I think the guru has a pivotal role. Even if one wants to listen to different aspects of different kinds of music, I think the guru should be able to guide the student into, okay, now I would tell my student, go listen to K.V. Narayana Swami if you want to listen to good padams. Go listen to Brinda Mukta if you want to hear and learn Telugu padams of Kshetraya. So, if you want to learn, let us say, Ragam Tanam Pallavi, go and listen to T.N. Sheshagopalan or Sanjay Subramaniam. So, I think this sort of a guidance from the part of the guru is also very important. And see, unlike in the past, when Vasudevan sir used to tell me, now listen to D.K. Jaraman, I had to wait for a D.K. Jaraman concert to happen. Or at max, we would be able to collect some CDs or cassettes at that point of time. So we had to wait, and here that it's instant. You can immediately go to the search engine and get the prescribed singer. So so the content is there. So I think a guide to navigate this in the form of a guru has also a pivotal role, is what I feel.
So which means the guru's role is changing.
Right.
Earlier the guru was everything.
Correct.
There was no other kind of, but now the guru is also a guide.
Right.
Who not just teaches you music but also guides you to the appropriate resources.
Right.
Which is available everywhere. So I agree that technology, we can't kind of foreclose what is going to happen. If things are going to change, it's not under control.
Right. Gama is a natural madhyamam because in history, if you look at the intervention of Pradimadhyamam, the bigger madhyamam, usually doesn't come naturally to a human voice. The Pradimadhyamam has to have a training. Sarigama needs training. But that is why in all folk cultures across the world, you won't find a Pradimadhyamam. In every folk culture, there could be exceptions, I'm sure, but in general, 95% of all folk cultures have only small ma. So the big ga is sari, ga is again a very easy way to sing. It's very easy to sing. Small ma is again the most natural ma to sing. Panjamam you definitely have to sing because of the next harmonic point. Pada is similar to sari. It's similar to pada. That interval is same. Ni, it is similar. The interval is as similar as moving from re, re, ga. Similar as pada, ni, of course, shadjam.